So how many of you have said, I'm going to wait for things to get better? You can drop it in the chat too, right? We say that often. We're like, things aren't, as great. Or we hear on the media what they're saying. We're like, we're just going to wait. We want to wait until things get better. It's typical, right? I can't tell you in my over 20 years how many times I've seen families wait for interest rates to drop, only to see that prices went up and now the opportunity slipped through their fingers. Some people can still afford to buy in the future and they wish they would have bought, but some people just now are priced out of the market, can't even take advantage of it. They were hoping for that perfect moment and then it ended up being worse. Because 1% increase in rates on a $500,000 mortgage costs you over $300 more in a monthly payment. Just 1%. So if interest rates were going up 1%, now is going to cost you for that same exact home that you were looking at, it's going to cost you $300 more. And you say, yeah, but Kristen, rates are dropping. We know that in the next couple of years, rates are going to come down with inflation, which is what we all believe. But guess what? As interest rates come down, every 1% lower in rates, there's 3 to 5 million more buyers in the market. Guess what that does? If you have more buyers putting in offers on each property, that drives the price up because now you're negotiating, everybody's going up, going up. So now that same home, while rates have dropped, saved you $300, it's going to cost you more because every, let's say, $50,000 that a price goes up, it's going to cost you more than that $300 a month. Not to mention, how much money did you spend in rent waiting? You're paying $27.50 a month for rent, which is actually kind of low, at least in our area in California. And you wait a year, that's $33,000 that you wasted in rent that could have went towards that mortgage. Because it's supply and demand, right? Lower rates, higher prices every single time. And then when you're dealing with lower interest rates and you have more people offering, guess what? Now you're having to negotiate. A lot more risk for buyers because you're removing what's called contingencies, which are your protections that are in place. So it really takes away from the strategies that you have to make sure that you're protected too. So while you can lock in today's rates or today's price, you get the lower price today. That never changes. They can't come back and say, wait a minute, our home value went up 50,000. You have to come pay us more money. No, you got that home for today's price. And you have the higher rate today, which they're not terrible. I mean, we were over 8, we're back down. And then in a year or two, when interest rates come down, redo your mortgage. We give you a lower rate, a lower payment. You still got the price for the lower price. So that's how people are winning in this market when it comes to, I'm going to wait for rates. It costs you more money to wait for lower rates. Unless you're living rent free. Let's say you're living with family and you're saving and you're living rent free, might have a different conversation and we run that for you and let you know what that looks like. Or for the average person that's having to pay rent today, it will cost you more money. So really the next steps, I mean, we look at it and say, those are the biggest things, right? It's going to be fear is holding us back, timing the market, and rates. Those are really the things that are holding us back of starting the process. Because even if you're not in a position to buy and you're like, I need to, save more money, I need more income, we do that with you. We create the plan for you. It's just starting your home buying plan, even if it takes you a year or two. We start with, reaching out, booking a call with me. Let's talk through where you're at. What's your goals? What's your plan? Here's where you're at. Here's what we need to do moving forward. It's never a no. It's just here's the things that we need to work on so that you can buy a home as quickly as possible and start putting that money in the bank for you, which is what's most important to start building wealth. We're going to look at your budget. We're really going to dial it in. What can you afford? We want to make sure that whatever you buy is something that you're going to be able to sustain. So we look at everything and say, okay, here's what it takes. Here's your income. Here's what you qualify for. And we look at your budget ranges. When we look at everything, we're going to be talking through your income, your debts, your assets, your credit. Where are you at? What do we need to do to get there? A lot of people think that, oh, I can't buy. I have a low credit score. Did you know we can actually do a 550 credit score? Or I don't have I don't have very much money saved. Did you know you can buy, like my mom, using down payment assistance to get into a home and come out of pocket with little money, potentially nothing, depending on the market, if we can get a seller to credit. There's a lot of different strategies and programs that we have in place that we can look at to help get you into a position to be able to qualify and move forward. So really we're looking at, what is it that you want? The choices that you make today, again, are not just for you. They're for your future. They're for your family. They're for your legacy. So I ask you, do you want to keep building someone else's wealth, or is it time to start building your own? To really dive in and start looking at what do I want? Where do I want to be? And you're going to have those thoughts. They're going to come. And like I said, mine still come where it's like, I can't do it. I'm not ready. I'm not in a position. All of those are normal thoughts. We all have them. Reach out for support so we can talk you through What's the next step and where are you? Which is going to break down some of those thoughts. And now you're going to go to the next step and really get you to the next spot so that we can look and explore what options do you have and start having the conversations on how to get you there, really just creating a plan. We guide you through the process. The truth is, life is really about growth. If you're not growing, you're stagnant. If you're stagnant, you're dead, right? Homeownership is one of the most powerful ways to secure your future. You build stability, create the life you want. It's your terms, your freedom. Don't wait for the perfect time. You got to create it. Think about all of the things that you have in your life. You created those. You took action. Really taking the first step is just reaching out. Let's have a call. Let's explore where you're at. Honor yourself for this commitment and trust that you're going to rise to the occasion, just like you have in other challenges of your life. It all just starts with reaching out and booking a call. There's no hassle. I'm not going to call you every day and say you need to do it now. I'm not going to talk you into something that you shouldn't do. I've been in this business and built on reputation for over 20 years because we do the right thing. If you're in a position that you're not ready, I'm going to say, I here's what I think, here's where you're at, here's what we need to build on, here's what we need to work towards. So you can scan this QR code, you can go to this link here, schedule just a quick 15-minute call, no obligation, doesn't cost you anything out of pocket up front. It's just a commitment to yourself today so that you can start building your future. And if you want to sign up for my newsletter, you can scan this code here. I'm going to be sending it out to you as well. Kind of see that it went over here, the little thing. So book a call by scanning this one, quick consultation. Or if you're not ready, that's fine. Scan this, get my newsletter. I give you different tips, strategies, education. Follow me on social. See if I can move my picture here so I'm out of the way. I'm videos, information, graphics, all the information. Follow me on social and you'll start getting that information too so that you can become more aware. It's supposed to be exciting. You know, it's one of those things where this can build and change your life forever. When I go back and I look at the picture, I'm going to go back here to my kids. I will tell you, this is my purpose. You know, we all struggle to find our purpose. This was my purpose. This is really what I believe that what's yours? What is it you want? What do you want to work towards? What do you want to leave? What's your legacy? The quicker that you can create that why, the stronger it's going to be for you to start working towards the goal of being able to create that for your future. I would love that opportunity to be able to do that with you. I think working with the right team, the right knowledge, the right experience, it's really important who you work with. And I want to be able to help guide you on the right path and be there for you. Even after you're purchasing, it's a long-term relationship. I'm there to help support you, build wealth, protect your assets. Love the opportunity to talk to you more. So again, reach out and book a call. Let's just have a quick conversation. And if you know anyone else that's in a position where they're wanting to purchase real estate, even if they're not a first-time home buyer, I'd love the opportunity to be able to talk with them. So honor yourself today for taking the time to be on this call. I am so proud of you. It is the first step for you getting more information to be able to take control of your future. And every decision we make leads to the next. And I think that everything moves in the time that it should. So if you're feeling pulled, if you feel that feeling in you right now, like, yes, Kristen, I want to start this process, take the action now, not I'll do it later. I will tell you, later doesn't come. We get bogged down. We're in a world of just distractions. Book the call. And if you have any questions, always reach out.